Hello, and here we are at part 5. Now, even though it's pretty cold out, it's pretty sunny and bright, as you can see. Quite a clear sky, so it's not too dark and gloomy in here. Well, to film behind the paper and that. So yeah, hopefully this one won't be as dark and better to film. Well, easier to film, should I say? So yeah, if you can spot a slight difference here. Yeah, just like sort of safety really, if you think about it. Yeah, just a little stone wall. I think I could have fitted just one more, one more in. I didn't know how big it was going to be. Just taking some measurements, but it looks alright. Just sort of separates that area off, and yeah, and as you can see, people can watch from on the other side of the wall from the pub area. So yeah, as I said at the end of part 4, yeah, part 5, this is going to be the last one before Christmas, before it then continues on into the new year with a fair bit on the way. Again, you'll see when it comes. So for part 5, the last part before Christmas, yes, I've got the mail coach out. Again, I know like the baggage car we saw in part 4 it's a passenger train vehicle, but I haven't had this out for a while. We haven't seen it for a while, and yeah, I think it'll look good being shunted, around, and yeah, and put into the goods shed. Let's get going, just so I'm not wittering on too much. Makes it more realistic with the wall being there as well. Hopefully she'll make it over the points without cutting out here. Oh, oh my word. Yeah, the shunter made it very nicely without cutting out, but the coach is derailed. Yeah, I think just one wheel has hopped off there. It's quite a realistic derailment if you think about it. That's what often happens. Let's say like on points, I've seen quite a fair few pics of where just one wheel has hopped off the rails. Well, in real life. So yeah, it's like often you either get cutouts or derailments. Okay, well the breakdown train was well. I was going to say a bit too far away, so the hand of God did it. Anyway, let's resume. Just have to keep an eye on it when she's pushing it back into the sidings. And now, yeah, back into the goods shed. Ah yes, no derailments there. So that's just the vacuum cleaner outside, if you can hear that. Right, with the mail coach in there. Yeah, now for one more wagon. And yes, one of my favourite ones here. I think it's been a while since I showed this one. Yep, a 6-wheel van with a, well, a lovely paint job finish. Oh, and logo and writing font along the side. Yummy. And I'll just say quickly, when I first got this van over 10 years ago, it kept derailing on almost every point it went over. Well, either derailing or bouncing around everywhere. Well, bouncing and wobbling around or almost derailing. I think it's mainly due to the middle axle. It's articulated, yeah, it's quite loose. It does the job okay. I think over time it just sort of got, well, I can only describe it as eventually got used to going over points, because it just eventually well, stopped derailing. Again, can wobble around a bit, but there's no really derailments from it anymore, which is good. And should be okay on here if we just take it slowly. Yeah, you're just gonna another mail coach derail first time going over this section. Oh, nicely done. It's like you can often hear the middle axle wobble, well, bumping or vibrating around a bit. But again, it overall does the job okay. Again, it's a very smart van, this one. It's one of my favourite ones. Right, so yeah, the usual procedure. Run down to here, under the canopy roof, and then into the goods shed. Yeah, the mail coach is back in this siding now. So yeah, just temporarily moved. Because like I did at the end of part 4, just to finish off part 5, where we'll couple the two wagons together. Yeah, you'll see what I'll do in a sec. You'll see what I'm going to do in a second. It has got quite a western feel to this, hasn't it? Got quite a great western feel. Again, I don't know much about the Cotswold Rail. Well, Cotswold must be the Cotswold, and that's in Great Western Territory, isn't it? And yeah, this van's actually got the, you can just pick up, yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's the GWL logo on there, and of course this is a Great Western night mail car. And of course this van will fit very well into the goods shed. So it's getting a little darker now, but we can still see fine. In we go. I love the writing font on that. Always quite a creative person. Again, it's like something you'd see at a small museum, or on like a preserved railway somewhere. It's like ones with old goods sheds are now like converted museums. Well, they still wagons or locos stored in them nowadays. I say, well, like especially like painted wagons like this on display. Oh, it's better, I can see it all now. I'll get the lighting corrector. So now with the van in the shed. Now, of course, at the end of part 4, we did it where we dropped off each wagon, one into the siding and one into the goods shed. But now, as you can see, they're already there. So this time we're going to do the opposite. The OH going to pick up the mail coach and then pick up the Pale Fobbs van and bring them out of the sidings and back onto here to finish off. Oh, it does not like that point, does it? Anyway, let's re-rail it again and pick up the 6-wheel van from in there. Okay, point. So yeah, it's just when it's like going over this point, coming out of here, it's fine coming from the goods shed siding and going over it straight. Do you like photo opportunity here as she's stopped by the wall? And very quickly to finish off, let's just see them push them backwards and back towards the shed. So, I hope you've all enjoyed the first 5 parts. As I said, this is the last one before Christmas, so yeah, have a great Christmas everyone. Oh, you'll see the window bottom out again this Christmas and the OH Shunter. Yep, I'm not going to say what she's doing yet on there, but I guess, yeah, it's a little Christmas surprise. Yeah, for the Christmas special video, again, uploaded on Christmas Day as normal. So once again, have a great Christmas everyone. Again, you'll see this on Christmas Day, and then it will continue early in the new year, in early 2018.